Mavs fans, we've got a great show lined up for you today, but before I get into it, I want to make sure you subscribe to our All Things Mavs channel where we're doing Mavs only stuff 24/7 over here on Chat Sports. So if you don't want to miss a single thing, make sure you hit that big red subscribe button. We're growing like crazy, and I want you all to be a part of it. Now, today we're talking about Gerald Green, formerly of the Houston Rockets, and he was traded from Houston to Denver around the trade deadline and then waived because he's missed this entire season with a broken foot, unfortunately for Gerald Green. Now, he was 33 years old, and he was really productive for the Rockets off the bench last year. So why the heck am I talking about him on this show? Well, the Mavs are going to have a couple open roster spots for Orlando when they could bring in a free agent. And you know who's a free agent? Gerald freaking Green. So why not bring him in and really add him to this wing depth? This last year that he was healthy when he was in Houston, he put up 9.2 points per game, 2.5 rebounds, and a little less than 1 assist. He's not really a playmaker. Shot the three ball okay at 35.4%, but we all know what Gerald Green does. He gets to the basket, he makes athletic plays, and he's been a good defensive wing in the later half of his career. Now, guys, this isn't a signing for the future. You're not signing him to add him to a part of the core. You're bringing him in as a veteran forward that can come in and make plays and really be added to the depth of this team when they go and play for a playoff spot and play and make a playoff push in Orlando. I like Gerald Green a lot. I think he's going to be a really fun player, and I think he just needs to get healthy. And he's only 33. It's not like he's 38 years old, way past his time. He's got a lot of time left in the NBA, and the Mavs' wing depth isn't that great. But if you remember, about 10 years ago, Gerald Green was a Dallas Maverick for about 33 games. It's pretty random, but who is the most random Dallas Maverick you can think of off the top of your head right now? I want you to type it down in the comment section. Whoever came to your mind, maybe it was Gerald Green, maybe it was somebody else, but let me know in the comment section below the most random Dallas Maverick of all time. Now, their current wing depth, Dallas's that is, when they go to Orlando, is going to look something like this. You got Tim Hardaway Jr. and Dorian Finney-Smith firmly in the starting five. Of course, THJ playing the 2 position, while Dorian Finney-Smith is playing that 3 or 4. But then after that, the wing depth is a little bit shaky. Justin Jackson, Courtney Lee, and Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Justin Jackson's been a bit of a disappointment this year. I'll say it. I was really had high expectations for him. Maybe that was a bit unreasonable on my end. Courtney Lee's been playing a lot more the back half of the year during right before we went into this little hiatus, and he looks pretty good, but he's more of a 2 than a 3. And meanwhile, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist has just joined the Mavs. He's barely been playing at 2.5 points per game. Not a whole lot of production out of him. So you got to choose one now. Which one of these guys would you rather have playing meaningful minutes for the Mavericks in Orlando? Now, no, Gerald Green isn't going to come in and give you 20 minutes a night, but maybe he gives you a solid 8 to 10 and lets Tim Hardaway Jr. or Dorian Finney-Smith take off a couple plays. So last time we saw Gerald Green healthy again, 9 points per game and 3 rebounds, along with 35% from 3 and 40% from the field, is better than what Justin Jackson's been doing this year at 5.7 points per game, 29% from 3, which was supposed to be his bread and butter, and 39% from the field. So I want you to choose one. Would you rather have Justin Jackson or Gerald Green? Let me know. Personally, I think it's time to maybe bring in a 33-year-old Gerald Green if need be before Orlando because he is available. Now, before I wrap up this show, I want to remind you of the time he spent in Dallas because a lot of people forget about this. In fact, I forget about it a lot. So last time he was in Dallas, he was super young. He's about 20, what was he? 24, 23. I can't do math off the top of my head, but 5.2 points per game, 1 rebound and 30% from 3. He barely played, but when he did play, it was a lot of fun. So maybe it's time to bring Gerald Green back just for a little playoff push in Orlando. But before I get out of here, I want to remind you to hit that subscribe button down below, guys. I appreciate you watching all of our shows, subscribing, liking, commenting, and doing all of those things. So Mavs fans, I'll see you next time.